about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run on first down. Hendricks. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Play action. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Tua going to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. White now to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got Mason complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
16 yards on the play.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Fighting throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Juwan Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bass on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A big play there for the Dolphins.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hendricks. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Two throwing here complete to Gaskin. And he is out of bounds, but not... He's inside the 30. On 1st down, Hendricks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down. First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll try the left side. Hendricks. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's complete to Fuller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Tua quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Jackson on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end, as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They go play action now. Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Now a give, right side. Hendricks. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and very short, Jackson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 2 and now on 1st down. He's got Fuller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Pushes him over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give right side. Hendricks. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
37-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Play action. Now Jackson.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
Oh, what a move. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Ben Mason.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple of plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. They find some open field here. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 11.
169 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.